Number 2 for today says Max went to the clothing store and purchased 6 pairs of jeans for his 2 children. If he spent a total of $71.88, how much did each pair of jeans cost? Okay, so we've got a dad. He's going to a store. It says he bought 6 pairs of pants for his 2 kids. He spent a total of $71.88. How much did each pair of pants cost? So we're wanting to know the price of each, where each means 1. So the price of 1 pair of pants. His total that he paid was $71.88, and he got 6 pairs of pants. Do I need to know that he has 2 children? Not necessarily in this problem, because it just asks how much he's paying for the pants, not anything about the kids. So that's an extra number. We don't need it. So if I'm wanting to know the price of 1 and we have 6, and that means I need to group them out to find that price of 1. So if I'm going to be making groups, then I need to be dividing. Okay, so we've talked a lot in class about, well, where do my numbers go? Well, I know I need groups of on the outside, and my total is going to go on the inside. So I'm making groups of 6 because that's what he bought. So I would have 6 divided into $71.88. If you're trying to use a shortcut method, this is how you would set up your problem. So I'm going to set it up using the area model. So I'm drawing a box. This I find helpful because the 6, if you look, has a line like it's on the outside, and the 6 is going to stay on the outside over here too. My $71.88 is what I'm putting on the inside of my box, so it kind of helps visualize what we're doing. So I'm going to split my box in half. 1's for my whole numbers, 1's for my decimals. So if I'm looking at this, I have 71 as my whole number. So I'm going to write 71 ones at the top. 88 hundredths is my decimal. So in this box, I'm going to write 88 hundredths at the top on this side. Remember, we've talked about ones and hundredths. These are staying the same. These are very consistent so that you can get used to setting that up. Now, remember, we're not multiplying, we're dividing. So this is 6, and we're dividing it into 71. So I'm doing 6, dividing it into 71. If you need your easy facts, I'm going to write mine off to the side. We're going to do 1, 2, and 5 to see where we're at first. 1 times 6 is 6. 2 times 6 is 12. 5 times 6 is 30. 30 is not quite at 70, so I'm going to keep going. So I'm going to do 10 times 6 is 60. 20 times 6 is 120. So I'm stopping there because I know 120 is bigger than 71, and I can't use it. But I can jump to the next one, which is 60. 60 is smaller, so I'm going to subtract 60. Then off to the side, I'm going to put a 10 because 10 times 6 is 60. When I subtract, that leaves me with 11. So now 60 is too big, 30 is too big, 12 is even too big, but I know I can do 6. So I'm going to subtract 6, putting a 1 off to the side. That leaves me with 5. Okay. 5 is smaller than 6, so this is going to turn into my remainder. I'm going to add these numbers together to figure out my total. So 6 went into 71 11 times. So I'm writing 11 and circling it. Now I've got to think of, well, I can't just leave this remainder here. So we're going to move it to this next block, and I'm going to write 5 ones. You've gotten so great about knowing what this turns into. So 5 ones is a dollar bill. I'm trying to turn it into hundredths, which is like a penny. So you've been able to tell me there's 100 pennies in $1. So if I have $5, there's 500 of them. So now I have 500. That's for me regrouping and bringing those over. I'm going to take 500. I'm going to add what they already had up here at the top, which is 88. That's going to turn into 588 total that we're using in this box. Still dividing by this 6 off to the side. So this turns into 6. We're dividing it into 588. Okay. If I look at my easy facts, they only go to 120. I need 588, so that's not enough. So I'm going to continue my easy facts. We've did 1, 2, 5, 10, 20. So I'm going to pick up with 50. 50 times 6 is 300. Still not big enough. 100 times 6 is 600. 600's too big. So now that I know 600's too big, I'm going to start with 300 and I'm subtracting it from the 588. So if I do subtracting 300, I'm going to look and 300 is 50 off to the side. That leaves me with 288 left. So 600's too big, 300's too big, 120 is where I'm going to go next. And that is 20 off to the side. That leaves me with 168. So can I use 120 again? Yeah. So I'm going to subtract 120 again, putting a 20 off to the side. That leaves me with 48. Well, I know 5 times 6 is 30, so if I think in my mind, I can start playing around with 6, and 6 times what's 48? Well, if 5 is 30, 6 would be 36, 7 would be 42, so 8 would be 48. So I'm going to subtract 48, writing an 8 off to the side. Adding these numbers together, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 98, and I'm circling it because that was my answer. So now I have 11 in my ones place, decimal right after, 98 hundredths.